Okay, so appraisal, if the house doesn't appraise for what we have under contract, we can ask the seller to reduce the price, or we can cancel, or we can meet them in the middle. Anything above, any price that we agree to above the contract, or excuse me, above the appraisal price, you will have to come out of pocket. So let's say we get into this, let's just use round numbers. Let's say we get into it for $1 million, right? And the appraisal comes in at $950. If you want to say, okay, seller, I'll meet you in the middle at $975, you would have to put your down payment plus 25K. So the loan is important to begin with, because if you're gonna use like a DSCR loan, they're gonna go off of whatever market rent is. They're not gonna go off of his last year's, DSCR is the investment loan. So like I told you, I do mortgages. So they're not gonna go off of his last year's income. They're gonna go off of market rent for that house. And that would be, you know, whatever houses that big are renting for in the neighborhood, $4 or $5 grand a month, not the $8 grand he was talking about. So in order to get that the schedules of rent that are required for that, almost hit a squirrel, for that, in order to get the schedules of rent that are required for that loan, that we have to know what kind of loan you're using in the first place. Of course, during, you know, before we start escrow. So, you know, a VA appraisal is going to look different than a conventional appraisal, which is going to look different than an FHA appraisal. Each one of those, I think, would work in that house. But yeah, so the appraisal, if it comes in under, we have to go back to the negotiating table and you can cancel. If it comes in over, we just say thank you very much, shake their hand, and you know, tell them it came in at value. There are some times, like we have a place in Anza in contract that it got valued $10,000 over, but it came back subject to a propane tank being installed, because the seller is having a new propane tank installed, and carbon monoxide and smoke detectors. Carbon monoxide and smoke detectors is the other condition for the subject too. The loan should be taken care of for the most part within the first couple weeks, because we would have gotten paperwork ahead of time. We would have gotten ahead of any issues. If there's multiple properties, we're going to need all the property taxes, insurance, and interest information, so mortgage statements. I can pull tax data, and then I would need homeowners insurance data from you. Homeowners insurance declaration page for each property. But yeah, if anything comes up, don't, you know, during the loan process, please do not buy anything on credit. Please do not finance anything new. Please do not apply for any new credit cards or lines of credit besides the mortgage that you're applying to, or maybe even at a different bank. But other than that, please do not apply for anything. I think that's the end of my spiel. If you have any questions, give me a call. I'm pretty busy this afternoon, but if I see you call, I will call back at my earliest convenience. Okay? Talk to you.